Hello guys, Salter Gaming here, back with another part of Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Spare, and let's get started. Okay, we need to talk to two of these girls. Yeah, we need to talk to you.
Hey!
Hey, you're here. Where the hell did you wander off to? I was investigating. I wasn't wandering, I was investigating as much as I could. I see, well, if you weren't slacking off, then I guess it's fine. So, did you find anything? Yeah, sorta. You don't sound too sure.
Hey!
Well, just take a look at this. Just as you told me, using the two photos I took before the blackout. I tried to pinpoint where everyone was standing. When I did, this diagram was the result. So this is everyone's staying position before the blackout. Everyone's pretty much in the dining hall. I made this diagram from analyzing those photos, so I'm pretty sure it's accurate. Just as I thought, Byakuya was staying a far distance from that table. It's impossible. There's no way to be able to move that far during blackout. Huh? What's this line staying from the table where Byakuya was killed? It's a desk lamp. I drew the power cord for it just in case. The power cord for the desk lamp. If that cord is extending from the table where Byakuya was killed, that means...
Hey!
Wait, what does that mean? So did you find something? It's not clear to me yet, but... I guess you're right. I didn't really understand it myself when I was drawing it. I have a feeling it's either a potential clue, or just a waste of labor. No, it wasn't a waste at all.
Huh?
It's not clear to me yet, but there's no mistake that a clue is hidden there. Here. Important, extremely important clue. If you like, I can tell you a little bit of what I want to say. Did you find out anything? I tried within reason to perform an autopsy on Byakuya's body.
Well...
I discovered there were several puncture wounds around Byakuya's chest and abdominal region. Deep wounds. Deep enough to reach his lungs and internal organs. It can be assumed that a very thin, sharp object around 5 millimeters in diameter was used to stab him over and over again, which is what I believe. Wow. Hey, are you okay? I'm sorry, talking about it made me sad. No need to push yourself. I mostly got the gist of what you want to say. I'm sorry. Still around 5 millimeters in diameter, huh? Isn't that pretty thin? That's as thin as an ice pick or an AWL. Mikan's autopsy results has been added to the True Blood section of your handbook. Oh, Sibel.
Alrighty, guys! It's finally time! That's right! It's time for the long-awaited class trial! Now then, I shall tell you all the meeting place. At the central island of Jabberwock Island, there is a mountain with my adorable face carved into it.
Monokuma Island.
That, my friends, is Monokuma Rock.
Oh, Monokuma Rock.
Once you're there, please proceed to the underground by taking the elevator located at the secret entrance. I'll see you soon!
mountain with a carving of Monokuma's face at the central island?
Are you kidding me?
Hey, what the heck is that mountain? When did that get here? Never mind that. How did they even make a mountain shaped like Monokuma's?
No way.
That story might be true after all. What story? Oh. There might be an enormous organization involved in all this. You mean what Byakuya said before, right?
You are right.
Byakuya. We still need his knowledge. Can't believe he's dead.
Blah, 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 blah.
Byakuya. What happened to Gun Ham and Fuyuhiko? Hiko. Now that you mention it, appears you aren't here yet.
I got it!
I know, they probably ran away.
No way!
Hell no. Hell nah. There's no way I let them escape, you know. Look, I dragged this one back over here.
Don't fuck with me!
I'm telling you, let me go.
Hey, come on now!
Hey, now, if you keep acting violent, I might just eat you up.
Hey!
Hey, Fuyuhiko. What were you doing all this time?
Huh?
Nothing, I wasn't really doing anything. I was just chilling in my room when I suddenly heard that fat bastard got killed. Wait, is that a lie? He was outside, wasn't he? Who the fuck cares about that anyway?
You.
You, how can I say something so irresponsible?
Do you understand?
We've been doing our best to investigate this murder. Even though we don't want to. Just to survive.
Wait!
My hero, that's enough. You too, Hiko. Dumbass. I guess we're waiting for Gunham.
What happened, sinner?
I'm right here.
Now then, let us begin!
Remember this well. Main character arrives when it attends to. You're not the main character. Huh?
Hey,
It seems you noticed it too. If I did, then I'm right.
Well now.
Alright, now that everyone's all together, let's take the secret entrance to the trial field.
Wait!
Please wait a second, what?
What's this?
I mind me. Just what are you doing here? Nobody asked for you.
What?
Do you actually want to join in?
You masochistic mascot!
Do you want to taste how powerless you are at the class trial? You're even a bigger masochist than I thought.
Special bleeding service!
Oh, I'm a big brother who dotes on his little sister. I shall allow your special participation.
See ya later!
I'll go on ahead and wait for you guys, so hurry over.
Huh?
He told us to come, but how do we get there? I don't see any doors or vehicles.
What's going on?
You mentioned something about a secret entrance, was it? Secret entrance? What the? Something's shaking.
Oh,
This is dangerous. Everyone, please get down. Something came out.
no way.
Could it be he's telling us to enter it?
What?
Such a suspicious aura. Even Crimson Steel, Elephant, Mega Z is trembling with fear. Why? That is so totally suspicious.
Hey!
Forgive me, seriously, just forgive me already.
Ah,
Why don't you stop here? I mean, none of this is real anyway. Are you just gonna keep denying everything? Saying that nothing's real? Really? Like, not even remotely.
no way!
There's no way. There's no way we'll find a killer.
Stupid!
Complaining won't get you anywhere. If you really are a man, then man up for God's sake. We've come this far. We have no choice but to keep moving forward. You're right, there's nowhere for us to run. We need to do it. If that's everyone's decision, I'll just follow you guys.
Yep.
If this were a video game, it'd have a very high difficulty level. Let's do our best to clear the game. Shaking with fear and nervousness, I hesitantly lifted my feet and stepped onto the escalator. I won't think anymore. I think I'll just run away. All I could do was stare upward intensely as the escalator carried me. And when each of us entered Monokuma's rock,
Huh?
this is an elevator. I see. This entire rock is an elevator. Once again, Monokuma is doing what he pleases.
However,
However, he's gone this far and made something like this. I don't think he's playing around. Even so, we're going pretty deep. You're right. I heard an unnerving shattering sound inside my head. I soon realized it was the sound of my teeth. All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone else couldn't hear it. There we were, listening to unpleasant roars as the elevator plunged deeper and deeper into the earth. Some time passed before the elevator finally finished descending. And then the elevator door slowly opened. Nice place.
welcome!
Okay, welcome.
Ta-da!
This is class trial field. How you like it? Special place. Now decide your fates.
why you?
Tis, what the hell is he thinking? Locking us in a shady-looking place like this.
Don't fuck with me!
Are you fucking crazy? Don't mess with me, asshole. Complain all you like. I'm used to it by now. Come on, you're wasting your time and energy. Hurry up and take your seats where your name's written. It looks like everyone knows. Even if we try to resist, it won't change a thing. Just as Monokuma had ordered, we walked towards the seats we had been assigned. From this point on, we need to find out who killed Byakuya. The ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. He was overly critical, arrogant, and condescending. Really? I thought he was a pretty nice guy though, compared to last game. But he also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as leader, tried his very best to keep us together. A guy like him got murdered. The person who did it is one of us. I can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. But if it's really true, we need to find out by any means possible. Because that's our only option. There's no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. And so, this life-threatening trial, belling with hope and despair, has begun. Let's save here. Okay, now I need to set my skills. Oh wow, you take a lot of SP. Let me see. Should I use this or this one? Delusion? Delusion or charisma? I'll stick with charisma. Okay, let's get started.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial. During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Why is she tied up?
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you.
Are you sure? It's not rigged?
Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monokuma, of course.
She did nothing to you. Why do you hate her?
You hate me that much?
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall? Huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Oh, is he lying?
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds?
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. It started that, but ultimately, we need to find out who murdered him. If we can't do that, no thinking about if, it's a waste of time. You have to do this no matter what. So class trial has finally started. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment. I'm sorry, but please excuse my irritating rudeness. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all the classmates will speak one after the other, without any breaks. We know this! It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you have to use your true bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the true bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to move the reticle, then fire with the triangle button. Y button. Pay close attention to each character's statements, and choose your true bullets to blast the right ones. Note that you've run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the start button during these arguments, you can reveal the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Huh? Why?
Obviously by hiding the body. They tried to delay its discovery! Like a dog burying a bone!
The body was moved. We know it'll be weird if no trace of that was present.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like...
His body was underneath at the very back of the dining.
After the killer murdered they probably moved the body there.
No, that's wrong! No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh? Why?
Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Oh, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
Wow, she is really mean.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
Before the party even started, Byakuya was being unusually cautious about any dangerous items. If that's the case, he dove under the table because of that.
I can prove it with this! It probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there, so in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up. This is almost like a real trial!
During the previous statement, there's only one weak spot. But from this point on, there'll be various weak spots staying in your way. No matter how many weak spots there will only be one lie or contradiction in the debate at a time. That means there will be false weak spots. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you also lower the trust of everyone, and your influence gauge will also take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail, so please be extra careful. You have to rely on your own knowledge to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate by holding down the RB button, you can progress the argument slowly. Please use it whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. Well then, good luck and have fun.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct.
If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food. Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
No, that's wrong!
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
If he was using those night vision goggles we found under the table, he could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus. No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
Other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
We're surprised by Mahiro's sudden argument. Yeah, that didn't happen in the last game. Between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now that when this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuto's Showdown. Oh, this is a new aspect. It's a new element of the game. We didn't see this in the last game. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out the weak spots, and argue against them. This is kind of the other arguments, the other person's remarks to the left stick. Based on the shape of the remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. Based on that, you can skewer the debate mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remark, it will skewer towards your advantage. In the bottom right hand corner of your screen, a number that shows sharpness or counter is displayed. This number of time you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You'll lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be careful. When the mood skewers to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party argument changes. That means conversation will develop. If that happens, you'll end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood towards the other party's advantage. Plus, it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the Y button. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth play, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. How was truth played? Terribly sorry, appears there's been a delay in contacting you. What? I'll make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. In this mode, true bullets will be called truth plays. And that's about it. There won't be any changes to your handbook menu. Only the name was changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? Well then, good luck and have fun.
If you just use common sense, the killer obviously used those night vision That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
I found a hole in your arguments. I'm sure Byakuya brought the night vision goggles. I need to refute Mario's claim for evidence.
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were the killer brought them to the crime scene.
What?
Damn it!
If you just use common sense, the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
What?
Damn it!
If you just use common sense, the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality, so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words!
That is so confusing. I know what I was doing.
Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party, we found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
You are weird.
Ew! You totally mean that in a perverted way.
The knife was brought in the Duralumin case, along with night vision goggles too. No, it's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. The place where the knife was hidden left behind proof that makes me think that's the case. Oh.
Crap! Crap!
What?
Crap!
Oh, duct tape?
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found.
Huh? Duct tape?
They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
No, he doesn't.
You think so too, right, Hajime?
That's right, Byakuya knew because something notified him. It was this.
I can prove it with this! Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Be careful, the first kill will happen tonight. Someone definitely killed someone.
Hey, the hell is this?
Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Those are still lies.
It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone?
I see. Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer. Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No killer definitely used a mark. Because this marked killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his hands.
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
Yes, they planned it.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker. Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for two glasses wearers?
I am not the killer. Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
But with Peko's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
Why is he accusing her? Why is he speaking out like this? By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Peko was the one who caused blackout. Is that really what happened? After this debate, blue-colored weak spots, they're blue now, will start appearing. If we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, blue-colored weak spots will be called agree points. When shooting agree spots with true bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire the true bullet that proves the other person's testimony is correct. Oh, so it's opposite. When true bullets merge their weakness, it'll become a logically sound agreement. Isn't it a little too hot here? From now on, I must infer whether it's best to agree or argue agree, based on what's being debated.
Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time!
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
I agree with that. No, I think Peko is telling the truth.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Peko.
It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Peko's alibi.
I've been trying to use it many times, the door just won't open at all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started, and it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
The killer.
Everyone else besides Peko was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Peko.
I guess that would be true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier!
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you're so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Didn't she just do that?
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners? Or were you raised in a locker room?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
Don't worry. The smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited?
Now is not the time, Tero.
Seriously, stop it.
But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
The question is whether Peiko's stomachache was a coincidence, or someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this case could... the outcome of this trial could change drastically.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that! Laxatives would ruin the taste!
If someone tampered with the dishes in the dining hall, everyone who ate them would have been affected. Because Peiko wasn't the only one who ate those dishes.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention, you brought food to the office.
Just a little bit from the dining.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How's it?
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
Did you eat anything?
I don't remember eating. Now that you brought food to the office. Just a little bit from the...
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
No, that's wrong! No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize for causing a scene.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Oh, he's angry.
Cease this bickering.
Let's just dismiss Pekko's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
Trashy skank?
That was pretty harsh. As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make clear how that blackout occurred.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head. Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
Oh, it's a lot of options.
I bet it's really Monokuma's fault.
By the way, I'm not a trashy skank.
Okay. How the killer tripped the circuit breaker. That reminds me, sometimes the breaker will get tripped in my house. I'm gonna use a microwave and a hot plate at the same time. More think about it, is that person's opinion correct?
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you. Did they throw a stone and hit?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the... They may have tampered with the power...
Or maybe they caused a power...
I bet it's really Monokuma's fault.
By the way, I'm not a trashy skank.
Who tripped the breaker? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna... Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
Crap!
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head. Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
Crap!
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head. Did they throw a...
Maybe they used a remote...
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitter.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
I bet it's really Monokuma's fault.
Wait, let's look at this.
By the way, I'm not a trashy skank.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna... Did they throw a stone?
Maybe they used a remote...
They probably messed with...
It does not have to be the... They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters. Who tripped the breaker? And if you can't answer that, did they throw us?
Maybe they used a remote control.
They probably messed. It does not have to be that they may have tampered with.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
There.
I agree with that.
That was hard.
It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah. It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
What?
Hold on a second, let me speak too!
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout?
Yeah.
That's inexcusable!
Why?
If the irons in the storage room caused the blackout, then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage room? Then that means everyone who was in when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause the... If the irons caused the then the killer had to go to the storage room before and turn on the irons. Now do you intend to take back what you said?
It's true the irons were responsible for the blackout, but that shouldn't be the only reason.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause the... If the irons caused the... Then the killer had to go to the storage room before that and turn on the irons. Now do you intend to take back what you said? But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause the blackout. If the irons caused the blackout...
Allow me to cut through those words! The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
Air conditioners!
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham-Hands died around that time too!
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout. I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Okay.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it.
Dun dun dun!
Is she right? Such a hateful bear! You deserve to die 1,000 deaths!
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet! I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. But even so, I feel regret. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach. Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's alright. You don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
Why is he talking like that? Huh?
There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all.
He's acting really weird.
In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right? Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building. What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Unfortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killer. But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
You're changing your story again?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
What?
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
What happened to you?
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you. Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior. Let's stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too! Please, take me home already! I want to go home and eat candy!
Why is he acting like this? He's acting really odd.
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down.
We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
I mean, he's acting like he's a killer and just trying to make sure that, trying to say, hey guys, why don't we just all forget about this? I mean, it can't be that simple, right?
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already. There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
Okay, he's crazy.
That's wrong. I think.
Did you say something?
'Cause we've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
A clue, you say?
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
I see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They use glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean before that.
Before? Is she asking how the killer got close to that table? Even they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow from the paint. In order to do that, you need to get close to that table while it was still dark.
Let's try examining the situation. Mahiru's diagram might be useful here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
Nagito is closest to the desk lamp. Just as I thought, the diagram is clue. Who the killer is and how they were able to move in the dark in the table. How to move to the table in the dark. That's clearly shown in this diagram. First, we discuss how the killer was able to move to that table in the dark. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark.
Here! The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
Of course, there's no way they actually use desk lamp light. They actually use. Oh no!
Crap!
Okay, that's not the right answer.
Crap!
Wait.
Crap! I can prove it with this! They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
Power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table, then use the glowing paint to find...
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Who?
Person reached the table by feeling along the desk lamp's power cord. That person would have been able to grab the desk lamp cord right when a blackout happened. You.
You're the only one! Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Which means, the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was... Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
Nagito's chance to hide the knife on the table was...
I see! Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife.
That's...
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
Is he really killer? Because he seems like one of the main characters of this game.
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another, I wonder, is something like that even possible?
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
It was rigged. To be honest, I already prepared the drawing because I assumed something like this would happen. Go to trouble preparing this. Just what did you think would happen? Whoever draws chopstick with the red mark on it will be in charge of cleaning. Okay? Does that sound fair?
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
Oh, we can't say anything.
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
Yep.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Well, just admit it already!
And I'm actually going to save here and stop for now. I'm going to continue in the next part. So have a great day or night wherever you are, and please like and subscribe if you enjoy the video.